Here come the Wyoming Cowboys as they get set for their home opener here in Laramie, Wyoming. A sold-out crowd. This place is going to be rocking.
Saturdays in Laramie are a special event.
I believe, man. I believe.
Let's go! The Vandals say, we're here. Touchdown, Cowboys! Sam Scott, down he goes. What a man effort! I've been ahead for some time now. Gotta keep working on time, 'cause I've been ahead for some time now.
It is a picture-perfect day for college football here in Laramie, Wyoming. You will see spectacular views, and we're excited about our matchup. The Idaho Vandals in town to take on the Wyoming Cowboys. Good afternoon to everyone. Alongside Darius Walker, I'm Maury Wolf. Welcome into our broadcast position. And Darius, this is a Wyoming team coming off a loss they weren't happy about against Arizona State. Last year, they win a bowl game. They win 9 games. We can feel expectations are high. It feels like this is a big game for the Cowboys.
I mean, we felt it coming in from Denver when we flew in, just driving down to Laramie. You see all the houses on a Saturday, like it's just empty because everyone is physically at this football game. So you mentioned the expectations. I think that's the difference here. Everyone expects this team to win and to play well, so they're going to have to bounce back from a bad loss last week.
And a lot of the pressure will be on the starting quarterback, Evan Swoboda. He's a sophomore. He's wearing Josh Allen's former number, 17. High expectations for him.
And Evan's got to play better. There's no mistaking that. When you look at his game last week, he started off with the pick 6 in the beginning of the game. They expect him to play well. He's had a great week of practice. On the other side is Jack Wagner. Jack Wagner's getting his first career start here today in a hostile environment. It's going to be fun to watch these two quarterbacks compete.
Both these guys need to play well today. I told you it's a picture-perfect day. Look at the weather. It's absolutely outstanding. Temperatures in the mid-70s. And for more on what's going down at field level, we introduce the third member of our broadcast crew, Jared Greenberg.
Ari, welcome to 7,220 feet above sea level, the highest elevation in all of Division I football throughout the nation. Boy, do they let you know about it with signs everywhere. But is it a mental thing or is it a real thing for the opponent? Well, Idaho took the necessary precautions, extra hydration this week. In fact, they brought oxygen tanks for the sideline, which what they did not do against Oregon last week. For some perspective, we are about 4,600 feet higher than where Idaho plays their home games at Kibbe Dome. So the Vandals have taken those necessary precautions, but Idaho coach Jason Eck tells me that he believes with all these signs about the altitude, they want you to focus on it. It's more of a mind game. Wyoming defensive coordinator Aaron Ball told me that he has seen teams come out blazing, guys, up-tempo like Texas Tech did last year, and then Ari, by midway through the second quarter, it just hits them, and these opponents have to hit the brakes.
Great stuff, Jared. Stay cool down there. It's a warm, sunny afternoon, and here we go. Owen Adams kicks it off for the Vandals. Cowboys will not make an attempt at a return. And let's take a look at this Wyoming offense led by Evan Swoboda. 6'5", 245 pounds, junior from Mesa, Arizona. He is a big quarterback, big arm strength, struggled last week mightily against Arizona State, only threw for 42 yards through 2 interceptions, including an early pick 6. So it's been a long week for Evan. I'm sure he is thrilled. And here we go. College football Saturday in Laramie, Wyoming. First play from scrimmage. DJ Jones is the running back. And the give is to Jones, and Jones fights hard and picks up a couple yards on first down.
And when you look at Wyoming here, Ari, they're going to want to run the football and run it early because they really want to control that line of scrimmage. We'll take a quick look at this offense. You see DJ Jones, nice job in the backfield. He transferred from UNC, played DB last year, so he made the switch, but he's done really well so far.
Second down to the outside. Puts on the Jets, Evan Swoboda. The big quarterback showing some wheels. Huge play for the Cowboys.
This is exactly the way the Cowboys wanted to start, by getting some confidence with Swoboda. He's going to come and make this fake. Nice job pulling it and getting to the second level. You see the big guy with some wheels there. That's the difference for them with him at quarterback, is he can actually do it with his legs. This is why they're so excited about him and think he has such a huge upside.
1st and 10 for the Cowboys at the Vandals' 36-yard line. Swoboda appears changing the play at the line of scrimmage. He's in the shotgun. The give is to Jones. And Jones in the offensive line pushes the pile for a gain of 3. There is the head coach, Jay Sawville. He's been a coordinator here for the last few years, in his 4th year total here in Laramie. And he's got big shoes to fill. Craig Bowl, outstanding career, retired at the end of last season after they won the Arizona Bowl and picked up 9 wins a year ago. 2nd and 7. Swoboda using the tailback. DJ Jones is a blocker there. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
This is the second call run for him. They're loving that left side of the offensive line with Jake Davies, number 71 at left tackle. We'll take another look at this. Picking his spots. Jones doing a good job of at least getting his body in front of a defender. Try to make some space.
Third down, first third down of the game. Swoboda looking right side. Now back to his left, dumps it off, and it's incomplete. DJ Jones can't make the catch. They're certainly in field goal range, or will they think about going for it? First big decision of the day for Coach Sawville.
And this continues to be an issue for the Cowboys in week 2, is finding a wide receiver that can figure out how to win a one-on-one battle. No one was able to get open for Evan there.
John Hoyland is on for the attempt. It'll be a 48-yard attempt for the senior from Broomfield, Colorado, from the left hash mark. They have to make a late substitution here. I think they're going to have to use the timeout, and they do. Well, it's early in the season, but it is now week 2. That will not make the staff happy. They didn't have the right personnel on the field. So they burned their first time out.
We saw this a little bit with Wyoming last week, where they had a little bit of trouble getting into rhythm, but specifically on special teams, a few miscues. And a lot of that is coaching. I understand it's early in the season. You know, they've got a new head coach, a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, new quarterback, a lot of new pieces. You have to figure out how to settle in here.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be coming back to see if Wyoming can get the first points of the day as they'll attempt a 48-yard field goal. Welcome back. Just seconds to go, the field goal from John Hoyland. He makes it. His 3rd straight year he's on the Luke Rosa award list. That's for the best kicker in the country, and with that field goal, he has now tied the school record of 59 career field goals. So Hoyland gets the scoring started for the Cowboys. They lead 3-0.
And Ari, I got to point out here, what a great confidence boost for this offense for Wyoming to be able to drive down the field on your first drive and get points out of it. You got to be excited for the Cowboys.
Yeah, they needed something positive after losing 48-7 last week. So Hoyland will kick it off. Abe Williams is deep. Now keep your eye on Williams. He has more kick return yardage than any player playing at any level of college football. He has 5 career kickoff returns for touchdowns. He is special. He did most of that work at Weber State.
Blazing fast out there. Excited to watch him play.
I mean, averaging 34 yards per kick return. I'm not sure you even kick it to him, right? At this elevation, they should be able to kick it through the end zone. And they're going to bring it out from 7 yards deep in the end zone. That's a terrific return out close to the 30-yard line, so good decision there from Williams. And we get our first look at Jack Wagner. He is a big physical quarterback, different skill set than the Wyoming quarterback. When you look at Wagner, he's a physical specimen. 6'4", 190 pounds. This will be his first career start. He's got a big arm. They're simplifying the game plan for him this week. Their starter, Jack Lane, last week, broken collarbone late in their loss at Oregon. And there was a flag on the return. That'll back them up 10 yards, so they'll start from their own 19-yard line. But there are the numbers for Wagner.
Yeah,
The
they're
good thing,
excited.
right? I mean, he got the practice all week getting first-team reps.
Yeah, he really did, and he's got a nice size to him too, and he's super athletic. In high school, he played safety, so they're hoping he can use some of that athleticism at the quarterback position today.
Eli Cummings will get the start at running back. His nickname is Turbo. He can fly. He redshirted last year. He's from Waco, Texas. They start in the pistol. And the toss to Cummings, and trying to navigate traffic. And he picks up a foot or two there on first down.
Nice job by Jake Cox there, the tight end, leading the way for Cummings, trying to pick up a few yards. But one of the ways you get a new quarterback into the groove is by running the football, and you get a look at the Idaho offense here. Cummings, he's had some nice career yards throughout his time. They're really going to try to feature him today.
Last week against Oregon, averaged almost 8 yards every time he touched the ball. Last week he showed some flashes. Wagner completes his first pass out in the flat. Jordan Dyer, and Dyer forced into the Cowboy bench.
Love to see wide receivers out there helping each other out. Got Mark Hamper, look at number 15. He'll be to the right of your screen. He's going to lead for Dwyer. Nice job picking up a few yards, but brings up a pretty big third down here for the Vandals. The guy they like to feature in this moment is Jordan Dwyer, number 6. He'll be at the top of the screen.
He's alone at the top of the screen. Third down for the Vandals. They keep it on the ground and nothing doing. Cummings stopped at the line of scrimmage. Terrific start defensively for the Cowboys.
Just an interesting call on third and long there. Nice job by Braden Siders. He's number 34, defensive end for the Cowboys. He's got to protect that edge. He does a nice job of stringing that play out. 3 and out for the Vandals.
Darius, what I'm thinking though is they're trying to keep it really simple for the quarterback making his first start. That's the only thing I can think of why they weren't more aggressive there on third down.
Sometimes you hurt yourself by being too simple.
LJ Harm's upon it. Caleb Cooley is deep for Wyoming, standing his own 44-yard line. High snap. Harm gets it away. Cooley's going to let that bounce. It takes a Cowboy bounce into Vandals territory. So Wyoming has a 3-0 lead, and they will have excellent field position when we return to Laramie. Great Wyoming fights on other stuff, and everyone just gets jacked up and excited for a college football Saturday the next day.
Such a unique experience because they go from bar to bar.
Yeah.
They are all downtown. It is awesome.
It took me by surprise the first time I came here 15 years ago when the band walked into the restaurant. Uh-oh. Swoboda's got to get on that football. It's loose. Let's see who ends up with the football. It'll be Vandals football. Idaho comes out with the first turnover of the game. Well, we saw that in San Jose State last week. Problems with the exchange between the center and the quarterback.
Yeah, Tulifono, number 77's at center. He just snaps this over Swoboda's head. He's not able to get it, and you got to jump on that ball. You got to pounce on it, want it more than the defender. Costly turnover, but we saw this last week from Wyoming where they'd have a good series or two and then hurt themselves. Not a great response after driving down on their first series and picking up points.
Excellent field position for Idaho. From the Wyoming 37-yard line, Cummings is the tailback. And he's got the football, and Cummings in space. Picks up 8 yards on first down. Nice carry there for the redshirt junior from Waco, Texas, Andrew Johnson. Strong safety came up to make the tackle.
Showed patience here, running behind 68, Charlie Valine. Nice job reading that block and getting upside. Big pickup.
The head coach, Jason Eck, played his college football at Wisconsin. That's where he got his coaching career started as a GA on the staff in Madison. He's in his 3rd year as the head man. It's Cummings with it. Got some blockers in front, and he picks up the first down for the Vandals.
And You see what's happening with Idaho. They want to run this football. They are committed to this, thinking that they can dominate the line of scrimmage. You'll see Wagner trying to create some misdirection in the backfield and the big bodies up front. Cummings doing an excellent job right now of picking his spots and showing patience with the ball in his hands.
Darius, one thing we'll see that's unique now in college football, so many teams want to go fast. That's not the case. The Vandals want to play slow. They want to really use the clock, win time of possession. They will be in no particular hurry. The throw is on time. That was a good-looking throw, and it's enough for a first down. Jordan Dwyer makes the catch. That was Jack Wagner looked solid on that throw. It was right on time.
He had a lot of time, too, but Dwyer's working against Brown here on the outside. Nice out route, giving himself some space. But you mentioned the tempo, Ari, for the Vandals. The Vandals want to slow it down. It's really what helped them last week against Oregon, controlling the line of scrimmage, but having these long, methodical drives that just take up so much time. It is refreshing to see in college football because you rarely see teams slow it down.
1st and 10. Cummings with it, running between the tackles. And look at the Vandals get that push as he gets it all the way to the 5-yard line.
The Cowboys certainly need a big stop. They're going to have to figure out how to get and win this line of scrimmage. As we take a look at their defense, Elker, like him at free safety number 31, he's going to come down and make a lot of plays. Does good in run support. Look for 31 flying around.
2nd and 3. To give to Cummings and no place to go. He'll lose a half a yard there. Bring up 3rd down. See how much the crowd gets into it here. See if they can affect the communications for Idaho.
And you see the Vandals here. They're standing too tight. They've got 84 Alex Moore and 86 Mason Minnie, both tight ends in the game now. They're going to keep running power football. At least they're showing that they're going to continue to run power football. It looks like we might have a trick play.
Nate Thomas is in the game, in the Wildcat. He's got it. He's pushing, he's pushing, he's pushing. It's going to depend on the spot, but I think he might be a hair shy here, Darius. He had to get just inside the 3, and I think he's right at the 3-yard line.
And the Vandals showing a little bit of what we saw last week with the trick plays. They sent Jack Wagner out to wide receiver there. But they scored a couple of big plays last week against Oregon with these trick plays. He's going to throw it out here to Jake Cox for a touchdown. He takes it to the house. No surprise, the creativity continues for the Vandals.
4th down, can he get to the outside? Yes, he can. Touchdown, Vandals. Eli Cummings gets the 6.
Let's go! Come on, let's go! We in that!
Ari, they have been winning this line of scrimmage battle. Jake Foster that time, the right tackle, made a key block on the outside to give Cummings the move. You also see number 80 there, Mike Martinez, the backup tight end, making a block. But Cummings showing you why they call him Turbo. He's fast.
Cameron Pope on for the extra point attempt. Redshirt sophomore. Kick is on the way, and it is good. So the Vandals take advantage of the turnover. They get the ball in Wyoming territory. So first, it's the high snap. Swoboda can't handle it. Doesn't fall on the football. Vandals recover, and here we go. They give it to Cummings. Gets to the outside for the touchdown. Vandals pretty stoked right now. They've got a 4-point lead.
Evan Swoboda, the man his former coach Bowl dubbed Ivan Drago because of how big he is, 6'5", 245, wears the same number as Josh Allen, as Ari has pointed out. I asked him before the game why. He said, because I love stepping in those big shoes. He hadn't previously been able to wear that number 17 at his prior stops. Right now, guys, he's about to get the ball for his 3rd possession this quarter, and he's a guy that's got a chip on his shoulder. Coach told us yesterday that he's coming into this game angry with how he played and the response from the community that he got all last week.
Thank you, Jared. It was a tough week around here. There was a lot of criticism. People expected the team to compete against Arizona State last week, and that did not happen. Owen Adams to kick it off. Tyler King will bring it out. King across the 10. He's got room to work with. The 20, the 25, and brought down. Shoestring tackle at the 28-yard line. So another look at the Cowboys. Evan Swoboda, as Jared mentioned, really long week for him. He had the big long run that helped them get the field goal.
And I think you got to point out here too, in terms of his performance last week, while he wanted to play better, a lot of those mistakes are correctable from a coaching perspective. So they think they've done that this week with a good week of practice. But I like them featuring him in the run game because of that size. He's got to use that to his advantage.
1st and 10. They give to Jones. Jones, nice little stutter step. And then he's thrown to the ground at the 33-yard line.
Nice job by Jack Walsh there, the right guard, number 79, getting push up front. The Cowboys still trying to figure out who at wide receiver is going to emerge. They need somebody to step up and make a big play in the passing game.
Swoboda on the end around, room to work with. Nice cut there, Justin Stevenson, and Stevenson almost gets it to midfield. Stevenson, a redshirt freshman from Katy, Texas. Good looking play there, D.
Yeah, he's big too at 6'1", 192 pounds, but watch DJ Jones here, the running back getting a big block. I like to see the guy getting on color there. Good job, nice play call. Well, you see the Cowboys keeping it on the ground, continuing to try to play physical football.
They told us Stevenson is their biggest, fastest, potential best target at receiver, and there they brought him into the running game. So 1st and 10 from just shy of midfield. Jones with it, and Jones running between the tackles gets it to the Vandals' 39-yard line, gain of 12 on the play.
Jones is nifty in space here. Ethan Beard, number 41, had a chance from his linebacker position to get him down, and now you see the Cowboys going fast.
Showing some tempo here. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Swoboda communicating with that offensive group. He's surveying the defense. Now he's going to back up into the shotgun. Jones with it. He's hit hard and spun to the ground after a gain of 2. Vandals defense did well last week, only giving up 24 points at a really talented, fast Oregon team.
And a lot of that was because of Eck, number 6. He's the coach's son. But make no mistake about it, he's a dominant football player, makes a lot of plays for the Vandals on defense. He's not just in that position because of his last name.
Well, Coach said he's real hard on him, but he said, you know, when I'm dad, I realize he's doing a great job. He's really proud of his son playing at that middle linebacker spot. And it's Jones. Oh, check that. Jamari Farrell, the ball carrier. Farrell comes in to spell Jones.
They like to switch him up too because he's the shorter guy, kind of low to the ground, got really good ball skills. He's a nice change of pace option for the Cowboys. But you've got another 3rd down here, Ari, for the Cowboys. And I keep pointing this out. They've got to figure out who they can feature at the wide receiver position because they've made themselves one-dimensional this game right now with running the football. They got to open this up some.
3rd down. Swoboda is going to keep it himself. The big quarterback's got the 1st down and more.
We saw this play work earlier. This time Sam Scott, the running back, is going to lead from his position after Evan pulls it. Big gain for the Cowboys.
Critical 1st down, a pickup of 7 there for him, Swoboda. He's already rushed it 3 times for 39 yards. Let's see what the flag's all about.
But you'll see Evan here take off with this, using that big body. Nice job reading the defense. Got a couple big blockers out in front. Sam Scott, nice job blocking out front, but there is a flag. Let's see if we can't take a look. Looks like a little bit of jarring after the play here.
Little extracurriculars. I got a feeling it'll probably go
after
both
the
ways.
play was over, there were unsportsmanlike conduct fouls on both teams. Number 14, Idaho, and number 2 for Wyoming. Those fouls will cancel The play will stand. It's first down. Please reset the game clock to 3 minutes and 12 seconds.
Body
3, 1, 2.
Body for the Cowboys there, and Beecham for the Vandals involved in that play. Let's go to Jared.
Ari, ever since his first day taking over this job, Coach Jay Sovell has established a culture of no trash talk. He doesn't like it in practice. He doesn't like it in games. He says trash talk is a banned substance here in Laramie.
I like it, Jared. And we went to walk through yesterday. There was no talking at all. It was quiet. It felt like
Yeah, it was really military-like almost.
Military-like. That's exactly right. All right, DJ Jones back in at running back. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Kubota wants to throw, going to the end zone. Incomplete. Looking for Stevenson in the corner of the end zone. He was well defended back there.
It's nice to see them air it out. Evan has got the time and the protection, just a little far on the throw here.
Now, Corey
Good
Thomas
coverage,
was
though.
there step for step.
Good coverage by Thomas for sure. But you have to keep the defense honest if you're the Cowboys, so I love the call.
2nd and 10. The give is to Jones. And Jones spinning, and he is stopped at the 21-yard line. Well, Jay Johnson's got to be feeling the pressure. Only 7 points a week ago. This is a critical moment for him.
It's a big one, and he's really got to figure out how to get his quarterback comfortable with the ball in his arms as a thrower. These 3rd downs are easily won with some nice stop routes on the outside. They got to give Evan a chance to throw those.
3rd and 6. They're 1 for 2 on 3rd down. Kubota with time. Going to the end zone, open receiver. He's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Devin Body gets the score.
When you're running the football, it just opens up the passing game. Nice job, and Body is wide open. Got a miscommunication in the secondary and the coverage for the Vandals. Big time play. This is why they love Evan, though. He brings both dimensions with his game. He can beat you with his feet and with his arm.
Hoyland on for the extra point attempt. And the kick is up, and it is good. Evan Kubota, that was his first career touchdown pass in his 68th career attempt. And what a throw this was, Darius. You gotta like the look of this throw as he finds his man in the end zone. That's a gorgeous throw. Cowboys lead by 3. We are thrilled you're with us on True TV and Max. It is a gorgeous day in Laramie. Sellout here at War Memorial Stadium. We're at 7,220 feet above sea level. And Evan Kubota's got to be feeling much better. Throws his first career touchdown pass to give the Cowboys a 10-7 lead. It'll be John Hoyland to kick it off. Abe Williams, the most dangerous kick return man in America. And he will not get a chance this time.
Let's take a quick look at the touchdown, Ari. Watch Isaiah King here. He's number 4. He's right here. He's thinking that this is zone coverage when they're really in man. You see everyone else is taking their guy as we roll clip. He drops in coverage here, not realizing that he's supposed to be in man. That error caused a touchdown. Big play by Evan Kubota.
So 1st and 10 for the Vandals. Another look at Jack Wagner making his first career start. They've kept it really simple for him. 2 for 2 for 8 yards. They've relied on Eli Cummings, who's got 7 carries for 29 yards and a touchdown. As Nate Thomas will start this series. Wagner with time, wants to show off that big arm. Completes it downfield to Jordan Dwyer. Good looking throw there from Wagner.
This is what they need if you're the Vandals. You got to find these opportunities to exploit the defense. Jordan Dwyer's to the right of your screen here. Nice corner route, finding that open space, and what a delivery from Jack Wagner. This is one of the things that they love about him, is his pocket presence, being able to deliver passes. Nice job with a clean pocket.
Wagner, the first player signed by head coach Jason Ack First scholarship player he brought in. Wagner looking the part at the moment. They keep it on the ground with Thomas. And Thomas picks up 6 yards on first down. Good carry for Thomas. Played the first 3 years of his college career at South Dakota.
He's got that big body too at 5'8", 210 pounds. Nice job reading the cut lanes there. Cut off a Nate Azopardi, number 74, the left guard.
Azopardi, captain, leader of that group. He's a fiery leader of that offensive line. 2nd and 4. Tight end in motion. Throw is on time. Good looking throw. Wagner finds Jordan Dwyer again. So Dwyer, they told us he's their feature wide receiver, and they've gone to him a bunch in the opening quarter.
He's fast too. He gets the step on Tyrekus Davis, number 12. Wagner putting on a clinic right now with a clean pocket, and if you are the Cowboys here, you've got to figure out how to get a little bit of pressure on this quarterback. He's just got way too much time with no color in his face. He clearly can beat you if you allow him to. They're gonna have to dial up some pressure here on defense for the Cowboys.
1st and 10. Wagner the throw again on time. Another catch for Dwyer.
You see that they like him in one-on-one coverage on the outside. Anytime they see 6 one-on-one with a defender, Wagner is looking that way.
It was a fun first quarter. Both teams able to move the football, get some points. Cowboys in their home opener, leading 10-7. It was the Vandals who got the first touchdown with Swoboda, the beautiful throw, and the Cowboys lead at the end of 1.
Back at the 400th game at War Memorial Stadium after 1 quarter, it is Wyoming leading 10-7. Coach Jay Sawbell joining us here. Coach, you were looking for an edge, an energy, urgency. What'd you see from your team in this first quarter?
Well, I think we've got that. I think we got good energy and good urgency in the first quarter, but we've made a big mistake, created a turnover there, and then defensively we got to play a little bit better. Right now we're not the attacker, and we've got to do a lot better job.
I appreciate your time, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right, to the snap. False start. Number 6, offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
You heard that from Coach there, Ari. Like, he's so right with attacking on defense. I'm looking at Sebastian Harsh, number 54. He's the defensive end for the Cowboys. They're going to need him to be able to protect that edge and try to get some pressure on the quarterback. They really need to be the aggressor. Looks like we got a one-on-one situation out here with Dwyer.
Wagner in the shotgun. They hand it off to Thomas, and Thomas picks up the first down, forced out of bounds at the 13-yard line by Andrew Johnson.
Nice job by left tackle here. The nap kick, number 75. He's going to lead this up so Thomas can run. Nice job getting around that edge. Big gain. And we're seeing the Vandals. Listen, I'm slightly surprised at how well they've done on the offensive line, specifically with controlling this Cowboy defense. They're winning at the attack right now.
Well, last week, Idaho ran for 49 yards. They've done a much better job running the football already. They've eclipsed that 52 yards. 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground with Thomas, and Thomas just shy of the goal line. It's going to be 1st and goal. Let's see what they spot in the football. I think it's going to be around the 2-yard line. But the Vandals are winning up front right now.
Specifically on the left side of the ball. You see they ran the same play 2 times there, getting Thomas in space to the left side of that offensive line.
1st and goal. And no place to go, a loss of a couple yards for Thomas. Ben Florentine makes a nice play there, number 94 defensive tackle, junior from Anaheim, California.
Braden Siders there, number 34 too. He's able to get in on the action. Nice job at a big play. That aggressive nature that coach is looking for, called for, asked for, finally showing itself.
Cummings coming back in the game. So now 2nd and goal from the 4. From the pistol formation. Now he moves the running back to his right. Wagner tried the shuffle pass to Jake Cox, and it's short. See that play call work a lot in a goal line situation, like the play call.
Trying to catch the defense off guard there with the shovel pass. You'll see Jake Cox, 33, come right in here. Nice job by Wagner.
Nice job by the defense to keep him out of the end zone. He was going downhill there.
Sure. I've been impressed with so far with Jack Wagner. I think he's got a command of this offense. Looks very comfortable.
Yeah, he's passed the eye test so far through a little more than a quarter here in Laramie. 3rd and goal. Back to the Wildcat formation, and they got all kinds of movement. They had Cummings in the Wildcat, but the right side moved early.
False start. Number 68, offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
They got Charlie Valine there at right guard going too fast. A bit of a false start there, but Ari, we've seen this for the Vandals in the red zone. Trick plays. I think it's because the stadium got so loud on that 3rd down there. Credit the 12th man with the stop.
All right, here we go. 3rd and goal. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. And before the play, we're gonna have a timeout, Wyoming. I think that formation, they weren't expecting that look. They had 2 receivers and a tight end bunched up. And Wyoming didn't like what they saw, and Wyoming uses the timeout. They just have 1 timeout remaining.
Really got to give the Vandals a lot of credit just in the red zone, mixing it up, being creative.
Well, let's
like to see it.
From a bigger picture. You think last week Wyoming goes to Arizona State, it doesn't go well. They lose 48-7. The Vandals were only down 3 at Oregon in the 4th quarter against a top 5 team. They lose their quarterback, so I think maybe we were feeling like, okay, this team isn't going to be as good with the backup quarterback. But Jack Wagner has played excellent football so far. So despite the fact that Wyoming was a big favorite coming in, after watching a little bit of football, I think this is going to be a tough game till the end.
And you got to give the Vandals credit for going to Oregon, playing in a tough environment.
Yeah.
So on the road again, this isn't new to them. They were just on the road last week in a hostile environment. So they've come ready to play. They're not going to let this noise take them out at least early.
And Coach X said he doesn't like playing 2 FBS opponents. It's on the schedule for 1 more year after this one, and then they'll go down to 1 FBS opponent. Wagner in the shotgun. Wagner, quarterback keeper, and he will not get in, though they're going to try to keep pushing the pile. No whistle yet. Boy, they let him play. So it's going to bring up 4th and goal at the 2. What are you thinking here, Darius Walker?
It's a big decision for the Vandals here. I mean, I think they're going to have to go for it.
Right, you're on the road
You're on
against
the
an
road.
FBS team. Go for it.
You've got nothing to lose here. I like the call by Jason Eck.
Thomas is in the game now at running back. He's the big bruising tailback, 5'8", 210 pounds. Now I think the Vandals are going to use the timeout.
Probably a smart time to talk it over a little bit here.
So they use their first timeout. Wyoming clinging to a 10-7 lead. Cowboy Joe. I mean, in this heat, in that outfit, he should get extra credit.
Much props.
Mountain West football continues next Saturday with a doubleheader featuring Kennesaw State at San Jose State at 7 p.m., followed by New Mexico State at Fresno State. Watch all the action live on True TV and Max. You and I will be back in San Jose. San Jose State playing Air Force later today. Conference game in week 2 of the season.
I'd love to see that in the Mountain West.
Then we got a doubleheader here for you today. Georgia Southern in Reno to take on the Nevada Wolfpack. So great college football is back on TNT Sports. So here we go, biggest play of the game so far. 4th and goal from the 2.5-yard line. Cummings will be the tailback in the pistol formation. Dwyer in motion. Wagner to throw. He's got his man. Touchdown, Vandals. Jake Cox gets the touchdown.
Vandals have just done an incredible job of mixing it up and being creative on offense. They sent all of the pressure to the right side. You'll see Jack Wagner come out to the right, take a few steps, and look for that crossing route in the back to Jake Cox. Nice job catching the ball over Cole DeMarzo, number 25, at Will Backer. Big time series for the Vandals.
Cameron Pope on for the extra point. Kick is on the way, and it is good.
And boy, the Vandals are mixing it up here on offense. Crossing route in the back to Jake Cox. They're feeling good about themselves. We got more football here in a minute. Welcome back into TNT Sports College Football. Look at the QB comparison here. Jack Wagner and Evan. Jack has been perfect so far today in the air, and Evan showing us why the coaches are so high on him, because he can do it with his legs and in the air.
But I think you and I have talked about Swoboda. They need to do more in the passing game, right, to get the kind of balance they're looking for. It feels like they're very run heavy at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to give him more opportunities. Only 3 passes through this point.
Yeah,
he's got to get more chances.
12 running plays, 3 passing plays. Owen Adams to kick it off for Idaho. And no chance for a return. So here comes the Cowboys offense for another series. Swoboda on the last drive.
Nice job with the football in his hands. We've seen them call this play a couple of times around the left side of that offensive line for him to pick up yards, and then there's the TD pass to Body. Nice job, but I don't want to see them feature him in the passing game a little bit more, give him some opportunities to make plays with his arms. As you see the first 3 possessions for the Cowboys.
Idaho leads by 4. Farrell is the running back. Swoboda gets it to the tight end in the middle of the field, Nick Miles. He's got 9 yards on the play.
Big pickup on first down there. Nice job by Nick Miles settling down, noticing that the defense is in cover 4 to settle right in the middle of that defense. Nice job by the tight end.
Second and inches. And it's going to be 3rd down as Farrell could not get to the edge on the outside. It'll bring up 3rd and short. Now, a lot of comparisons have been made to Josh Allen. I don't think it's fair to Evan Swoboda, but when you choose to wear the same number as the best quarterback in school history, you're going to get that comparison.
And then you got similar size too, but you can't take anything away from what Josh Allen was able to do in his 2 years at the helm here. Over 5,000 yards. He's had a great career so far in the NFL as well.
And they pick up the 1st down and more. DJ Jones, the ball carrier, gets it out to the 41-yard line. I was fortunate to be here for a couple of games when Josh Allen was here, and at that time he was not a polished passer. He really was more of a dual threat quarterback. He was so physical. We've seen him run the ball successfully at the next level. Wow, what a player he's turned into, and what a perfect fit to go from Laramie to Buffalo. 1st and 10. It's Jones. And Jones gets a nice little push there at the end of that play, and he picks up 4 yards.
This is real. This makes you feel really good on first down when you can pick up 3 to 4 to 5 yards sometimes. Just keep you ahead of the chains. Caden Barnett, the right tackle that time, made a good block.
Amari noticed there, his helmet comes off, so he heads over to the sideline. He's a Canadian from Toronto. 3 tackles last week for Notice. 2nd and 6. And Swoboda appears he's changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Swoboda gives to Jones, running between the tackles. He's shifty. Heck of a run there, DJ Jones.
Love the play change here from Evan Swoboda. Nice job changing his play. They've got a blitz on the backside from the backer position, which leaves a gaping hole for Jones to run through. Nice job picking space. He's been so patient with the ball in his hands. I love it.
He's already got 9 carries for 57 yards. Play action. Swoboda with time. And that was over the intended target, looking for Tyler King, number 5. Well, one last thing on Josh Allen. I thought Jared Greenberg made a great point. He thinks they should retire Josh Allen's number.
Fair.
Fair, right?
Yeah, that's fair. It's definitely debatable for sure.
I mean, some programs don't do it, but if you're going to retire a guy's number, it would seem that 17 would be the one. And I got to say, it looks pretty good on Swoboda. 2nd and 10. Farrell with it, good patience, and then moves to his left, gets to the 36-yard line. We'll bring up 3rd down.
Now for me right now, if I'm the Vandals, what I'm looking for here, Ari, is to see if guys are winded. We talked a little bit about the elevation here in Laramie. Now is about that time where guys start to feel the heart is racing a little bit more.
Get middle of the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, it's hard to breathe a little bit.
Yeah, Jared mentioned that when Texas Tech was here last year, they went really fast by the 2nd quarter. They had to slow things down. Cowboys have been good on 3rd down, 3 for 4. Swoboda with time, and it's through the hands of the intended target, Chris Durr Jr. They want to get the ball in his hands. It was a good throw.
It was a good job by the Vandals getting a little bit of pressure on Evan as well. Forced to throw a little bit sooner than he wanted to. See that color in his face. Nice job keeping everything in front for Idaho. Looks like they're going to try a field goal here.
They are. This will be a long field goal, but remember, we're at high elevation, over 7,000 feet above sea level. That will certainly help John Hoyland. Career long for him is 56 yards. This will be from 54. Hoyland, the kick. And he missed it. He pushed it to the right. So the Vandals come up with the stop. Cowboys had a real good-looking drive there, but they can't get points. The Vandals will have the football and a 4-point lead.
Welcome back. Jack Wagner, quarterback for the Vandals. He has been outstanding in the first half. You see him hit Jordan Dwyer there. They wanted to feature number 6. You'll see number 6 again catching the ball with an out route here. He's done a nice job. Dwyer has 5 catches, 51 yards, but his quarterback's playing really well.
Perfect, 7 for 7 for Wagner. 7 for 7, 55 yards and a touchdown. And they will keep it on the ground with Cummings, and that's well defended by the Cowboys. Loss of a yard on the play.
This is something the Cowboys did not have last week, was edge protection. Sebastian Harsh, that time, number 51, kept the edge and was able to make a play, feeding that inside.
And Harsh is one of those guys that he was a high school quarterback, and now he's playing defensive end. You know, one thing we talk about, you know, depending on where you're recruiting, if you're going to small towns in America, you're going to usually end up picking the quarterback and then try to develop it, because usually in a small town, the best athlete is running the offense. Wagner. Oh, there's a lot of contact, and here comes the flag. Dwyer had beat his man nothing. Davis could do there. Davis in coverage, knew he was beat, did the smart thing and just grabbed him.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he was holding his hands up there.
Pass interference. Defense, number 12. 15-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
Not sure if he was expecting protection or help over the top, but it's clearly a hold. He was beat there, and that's really the coaching point, is that when you get beat that bad, you'd rather have a pass interference call versus a touchdown. So good heads-up play by Derekus Davis.
Well, Coach Sawvell told us that Davis really took the loss hard last week. He made a bunch of promises to him about it. That wasn't going to happen again. He's their shutdown corner. 1st and 10 for the Vandals at midfield. It's about halfway through the 2nd quarter. And it's Cummings. He dances. Wait, he's in a tight spot. He's got some nice wiggle to him.
Sure does. He's working on the corner there. Keani Parks, number 4. You'll see him here. A little two-step action. Hard to get down. He has that low center of gravity, too. Does a nice job falling forward for a decent pickup on 1st down.
2nd and short coming up for Idaho. This FCS program looking for be a huge signature win for their program.
This is a perfect time to take a shot, Ari. We've got Dwyer at the top of the screen.
Wagner throws on time. Again, it's Jordan Dwyer. He's got 6 catches already.
And they're doing Jack Wagner's doing a great job of looking off the secondary as well. He's got one-on-one coverage here. They think that Dwyer's going to win that every time, so they try to isolate him to the weak side of the field to open up that throwing lane. Another nice throw from Jack Wagner. And Dwyer's putting on a clinic so far.
Wagner remains perfect because the incompletion there was the pass interference. So he's 8 for 8 so far. Wagner, play action. He's going to move out over to his left. Flag is down and it's incomplete.
This is kind of in the area of holding.
Mark Hamper, the intended target.
Holding, number 75, offense, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Aiden Knapik, the starting left tackle, a 3-year starter for them.
There he is to the left of the screen there. Anytime you pull that jersey a little bit, clear to the officiating crew. It's a hold. What a start so far, Ari, for Idaho on the road.
1st and 20 following the holding call. Wagner's going to keep it. Tries to use the block and nothing doing. Stopped right at the 35-yard line. For Juan Wagner, let's send it down to Jared.
Yeah, Ari, you mentioned it earlier. Jack Wagner was the first scholarship quarterback to be offered in the Coach Eck era here at Idaho State. Offensive coordinator Luke Schleisner needed just 20 minutes of watching Wagner throw to know he would be the dude for them in the future, despite the fact that he had very limited time as a starting quarterback in high school. Remember, he was playing behind a 3-star recruit in his high school days. They need him to work on his intangibles, starting with leadership. They want Wagner to be more vocal with everyone. Coach Eck telling us you got to talk to the big fellas. He said, listen, no girls talk to the offensive linemen, so you got to show them some love.
Wagner, they was trying to set up the screen, and now Wagner's going to take off and run. And look at Wagner. Play could have been a huge loss, and he shows he can run with the football when needed.
It's a nice heads-up play there from Wagner. Was looking for the screen, but no one was there. Miscommunication with the back. He went the wrong way. So Wagner makes something out of nothing there. For sure, but I want to go back to the point that Jared made on the offensive lineman and lineman not getting a lot of love. What I used to do is I would always have pizza day for my offensive linemen on Thursdays every week, and I'd invite a couple of girls over for that one as well.
Well played, D. Well played. 3rd and long, 3rd and 15. Wagner, pressure's coming. Off his back foot to the end zone. He's wide open. Can he get there? No. Incomplete. Jordan Dwyer didn't have a defender within 10 yards of him.
Not sure what happened to Andrew Johnson here, number 3 at strong safety. They've been featuring Dwyer all day, so you have to know where he is in formation. What a missed opportunity for the Vandals here. He's wide open down there, just a little bit too much on the pass from Wagner there.
That's his first incompletion and what should have been a touchdown. Cameron Pope on for a 49-yard kick. This is his first career field goal attempt. Has the distance, and it is good. Well, welcome to college football. What a kick right there. He drills it. The redshirt sophomore extends the Vandals' lead to 17-10. He could have kicked this one from 60.
That's impressive. Slides right in. It's
special teams having an impact. So what I'm curious about with Wyoming, Darius, is I'm not sure what I know their identity is offensively at this point. It seems they do want to run the football, but it seems like they're still searching for the right formula offensively.
We have to remember how many new pieces they have. You've got a new head coach, a new offensive coordinator, and a new quarterback. So typically in that situation, your identity is not going to be there. It will reveal itself over time. You just hope, if you're a Cowboy fan, that they can figure that out quickly and week 2 or week 3 with what they want to do from a scheme perspective on offense.
Owen Adams to kick it off. Tyler King is deep for the Cowboys. They still have plenty of time to work with, 4:40 to go till halftime. But just a beautiful afternoon in Laramie. And no chance at a return. The MLB postseason is almost here, and TBS has you covered this October. Watch all the big hits, clutch plays, and more beginning October 5th on TBS. Can't wait for the start of MLB postseason. So here come the Cowboys. Mixed results offensively so far for them. They've got 140 total yards and 10 points.
It looks like we've got a new running back in.
Sam Scott. Oh no, check that. McNeely is in. And just a couple of yards on first down.
And that's a big win for the Cowboys because they have been wanting to get McNeely back. He's a big body back at 6'2", 213 pounds. He's been out with an injury for the past year, so they're excited to get him back. They weren't sure if he was going to play today, depending upon his week of practice. Excited to see him at least get a rep out there today.
All right, so Sam Scott is in there now to the left of Swoboda. On the end around, Pellissier. And not much doing there, well defended by the Vandals. They get it to the just shy of the 30-yard line.
Now usually for the Cowboys, they used to have John Michael, number 84. He's their tight end, their leading tight end, preseason all-conference. He's not available today. So they have to look for a new guy on third down here, and they still haven't figured that out from the wide receiver position, who they can feature and rely on in a clutch moment.
Third down, Swoboda with time, delivers a strike. Body has the lone touchdown for the Cowboys, gets the first down, ball out to the 44-yard line, gain of 14 on the play.
He's starting to emerge as that guy at the wide receiver position for the Cowboys. Nice job settling down in coverage.
And Body, the transfer from Vanderbilt, grew up in Memphis, Tennessee. A couple of yards on first down for Jamari Farrell from Mission Viejo, California. Well, if you're the Cowboys here, you'd like a nice drive, take 3 minutes off the clock, get points, and not allow the Vandals another possession here in the first half. Idaho will get the ball at the start of the third quarter. They keep it on the ground. McNeely, that's a good tackle out in space.
Nice job trying to get outside here from McNeely. Heads up tackle there. Love to see him go low and grab those hips.
That's a nice play by Abe Williams there. Third and 4. High snap. Swoboda's going to try to run for it. And the big fella's grinding. He's going to be shy. It's going to bring up 4th and 1. All right, we've come to the 2-minute timeout. Cowboys are on the move, down 7. We'll see if the Cowboys can tighten up this game. We'll return to War Memorial Stadium in gorgeous Laramie, Wyoming. Caught up on everything you need to know that's coming up at the half. Scott is the running back. 4th and 1. And they will go for it. Swoboda is going to keep it and pick up the first down. Love that play call. Give it to your quarterback who's 6'5", 245 pounds.
Add an extra blocker with a running back in front. Love the play call here for Evan. He's going to use that big body, fake it to the back, let the back lead up, pick up the first down. That 6'5" frame, all he's got to do is fall forward for a yard every time.
1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Swoboda. And running back Scott was well defended in the flat. Good decision to just throw that one away.
Such a luxury when you can have your quarterback as a runner. Just really makes things tough on the defense, especially in those short yardage situations. And you got a big guy at quarterback. Hard to stop.
Let's go, boys.
Swoboda looks out in the flat and completes it to DJ Jones, but not much doing there. Right around the line of scrimmage. So the clock stops here with 1:26 seconds to go in the first half. Idaho leads 17-10. Wyoming on the move though, looking for points here at the end of the first half.
It's a big third down here to keep this drive going. In the air, they've been trying to feature body number 2. Have to try to find him when they come back out. And sometimes in these situations, what you're trying to do is just get the ball in your playmaker's hands. Body has been that guy for them on offense.
Swoboda so far just 4 for 9 through the air for 42 yards and a touchdown. He's missing some key offensive weapons, including his tight end, John Michael Gillenborg, who's out. I expect they're going to get him back. They really could use him. It's a young wide receiver group. Third and 11 for the Cowboys. Swoboda, here comes a pass rush, and he gets drilled and sacked. Keyshawn James Newby off the edge.
Wow, did he come fast. It almost looked like he was offsides. He's number 1.
There is a flag at the line of
I
scrimmage.
wonder if they got
Number
him
1,
there. There he is.
defense. 5-yard penalty, third down.
It looks so fast. Well, now we know why. Part of it was he was offsides. He's dancing and enjoying himself, but a big hit on the quarterback.
He had a couple of sacks last week, the 2 sacks a week ago against Oregon, a career high. So now it's 3rd and 6, much more manageable. I'm guessing this is 4-down territory for the Cowboys. A little less than 90 seconds to go till intermission. Swoboda. Farrell makes the catch right at the 35-yard line. It is not enough for a first down. So 4th down coming up for the Cowboys, and they will go for it. When you got Swoboda at quarterback, like you said, I mean, he feels like you just keep it in his hands here.
It's almost like Cam Newton in that. It's just so hard to stop him for anything less than a yard.
And they give it to the running back. I'm not sure he's going to get it here. DJ Jones, it's going to depend on the spot. He had to get to the 34. I think they're going to mark him at the 35.
And this is a tough one for me here, Ari, because DJ Jones is not the short yardage back. He's not built that way to pick up a yard when there's nothing in front of him. We haven't had a chance. He's making this read here on the defensive end.
Yep, first down, Idaho.
Doesn't look like he got there.
Jackson Eck, the son of the head coach, the middle linebacker, number 6, involved in the play. So now the Vandals with the football, a 7-point lead, and they'll get the football to start the 3rd quarter. So if you're the Cowboys, you cannot allow points here.
Vandals are in great position right now to try to put a few more points up on the board before halftime.
And we just saw their kicker made his first career field goal, and it looked like he could have made it from 60 plus. Again, at elevation, the field goal kickers can definitely stretch a little bit longer than they might closer to sea level. All right, 1st and 10 for the Vandals. Wagner has been terrific, 8 of 9 for 70 yards and a touchdown. Wagner, all day to throw. He's going to step up and go deep. Double cover down the field was Jordan Dwyer. But we saw that big arm there from Jack Wagner.
That took a long time to develop, but Wagner had the time. Double move on the outside by Jordan Dwyer, wasn't able to get there. And that's really been the story for the Vandals on offense, is Wagner's just got a clean pocket. So much time to deliver passes. Good job on defense that time by the Cowboys. Double coverage on him.
2nd and 10. And they keep it on the ground, no place to go. A loss of 3 on the play for Eli Cummings. He's buried in the backfield.
Like that was the Mike linebacker there, number 43. Shea making a big play.
Well now, right, if you're the Vandals, you're in no hurry here. I mean, you just don't want to give the football back to the Cowboys. The play clock and the game clock are like a second apart.
Yeah, there's certainly worse things than going into halftime with a lead for Idaho.
I mean, they do have to snap it, or otherwise they'd have a delay game. But just getting at the end of the game, we call it victory formation here. He's just going to take it in. That will do it for the first half. Well, it's not the first half we expected. Jack Wagner, the redshirt freshman quarterback, making his first career start. Darius, he's the star of the first half.
He's looked great, but he's been featuring Jordan Dwyer, who they told us at the top that they know that this guy can be the guy. He's that X factor at wide receiver. He's got 6 catches for 66 yards. They've looked good.
They have looked good. So the Vandals looking for an upset on the road here in Laramie. The Vandals take a 7-point lead into the half. After the break, Adam Lefkoe and the guys in Atlanta.
I never change, I'm so excellent. Goosebumps on my skin.
We're just about set for the start of the second half. Welcome back to Laramie. Vandals lead the Cowboys 17-10 as we're just about set to start the third quarter. Want to say hello to everyone again as we've got a pretty good game here. 17-10, Vandals in front. Cowboys dominate on the ground, but the young quarterback, Jack Wagner, was razor sharp through the air for Idaho.
You got to remember, this is his first start. So him coming into this game, being thrown into this kind of hostile environment, just been incredibly impressive. And what's also awesome is when you watch these highlights, look at how clean this pocket is. There's no one in front of him. There's no pressure, there's no color, no nothing. And so he's been able to do it with his arms, and also shows you that he can do it with his legs as well. Jack Wagner has been outstanding today for the Vandals, and he's really the difference right now in this game.
I wonder how much his own team is surprised by how well he's done, only because, right, I mean, you lose your starter week 1 at the end of the game, so none of his teammates have ever played a game with Jack Wagner starting at the quarterback. I wonder if they all got in the locker room, took a look around, and were like, we got ourselves a football player.
Encouraging, and I tell you, that energy, it definitely feeds to the other side of the ball, so I would not be surprised to watch their defense flying around and stuff as well because of the play of Jack Wagner.
John Hoyland to kick it off. Abe Williams is deep, and Williams will not have a chance. So here come Jack Wagner and the crew as they get set. 1st and 10. Let's check it with Jared before the first play of the third quarter. Jared, what do you got?
Guys, I spoke to Jay Sawvell, the head coach of Wyoming. He told me the message at the half was, listen, we knew this was going to be a 60-minute game. Just because we came out with more energy didn't mean we would knock him out in the first half. In terms of his quarterback, he said he's made good decisions. He said we need to play better around him. Guys, one note about Idaho. Coach X said after their tight loss at Oregon, he said that proved we're a mentally tough team. Darius, feels like we're seeing a really mentally tough team here in week 2.
They've been impressive. They've been impressive to start.
All right, we got a whistle before the first play.
Offense, 5-yard penalty. still first down.
Now, Ari, if you remember after the first quarter when Jared spoke with Coach, part of what he talked about for the Cowboys on defense was being more aggressive.
Yes.
I'm hoping to see that here early in the second half, putting pressure, trying to find a way to put some pressure on Jack Wagner. He's way too comfortable in the pocket right now.
Well, the Vandals like playing on the road. Last year they were 5-2 on the road, and they split games at FBS opponents, winning at Nevada and losing at Cal. Wagner sets up to throw. That one a little bit too fast and a little outside, looking for Jake Cox. Cox with a touchdown in the first half for the Vandals.
I've been impressed with this offensive line for the Vandals. Caden Robinette, number 59. Aiden Knapkin, number 75, their left tackle. They all have done an incredible job today protecting their young quarterback.
Neither quarterback has been sacked in the game so far. 2nd and 10. Cummings to the left of Wagner. Wagner quickly out in the flat, and Cummings makes the catch, but it's a nice tackle in the open field for the Cowboys.
That's Keone Parks, number 4, coming up from his corner position, making the tackle on Cummings there. But Ari, we talked about how well the offensive line has played with no sacks on either side. The flip side of that for defense is that you've got to figure out how to get some pressure on the other side. So Sebastian Harsh, number 54, he's at defensive end. Expect him to try to crash on this play. He and Braden Siders, number 34, on the other side. You've got to get to the quarterback.
3rd and 12. Wagner, they're trying to set up the screen, and they do, and that is going to be a loss for the Vandals. Art Williams made the catch. Ben Florentine makes the tackle in the backfield, tackle for a loss.
Florentine was not fooled by this one. He's number 94. You'll see him fighting off a block, getting the back down. Excellent job. Nice recognition from the defensive lineman.
That's a perfect start to the third quarter for the Cowboys defense. LJ Harm on to punt. Caleb Cooley waits at his own 42-yard line. Cowboys want to get this crowd back into the game. This place was electric at kickoff. But the Vandals up 7. They've taken the crowd out of the game for the time being. Harm the boot, the lefty's boot. And then Cooley will back up to his own 34. And out of bounds there. Evan Swoboda coming out. See what they learned at halftime, what adjustments they've made. What do you think of his performance in the first half?
Well, I'm encouraged, especially when you compare it to what happened last week. We've seen him make better decisions this week in this game with where to throw the football, going through his progressions. But that passing game is the thing that they've really got to figure out how to get going, because without that, this team becomes one-dimensional on offense, and you're not going to beat a lot of teams that way.
They attempted 10 passes in the first half, and they ran the ball 24 times. Pellissier in motion. Swoboda, pressure's coming. And he throws that one to the sideline. Good pressure. He was looking for Justin Erb. The pressure from the Vandals forced the early throw.
Yeah, that was Malachi Williams, number 15 at defensive end. He's going to create that pressure there. Cause Evan to have to throw that ball faster than he wanted to. Brings up a big second down.
Swoboda gives to Farrell. And Farrell is stopped after it. Call it a gain of 2. Going to bring up 3rd and 8. Good job there clogging up the middle. Zach Krotzer, number 96. He had 6 tackles a week ago. He's a blue-collar defensive tackle.
He is a stud for sure. What you kind of want to start to see from Wyoming here is trying to figure out how to get on the edge. You got to attack the edge of the defense. Try to give their athletes some space.
Swoboda on 3rd and 8, going for it all. Up over the top, and a flag is down. As a pass overthrown. He was looking for Alex Brown, senior from Spring, Texas. The flag is back at the Wyoming 43-yard line.
Holding. Number 14, defense. 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Trying to get Beecham here, number 14, right in the middle. Oh, you see that pull down. I tell you, sometimes in practice, I used to see Champ Bailey do that to me when I was with the Broncos. I beat him so bad, he had to grab cloth there.
No choice but to grab the cloth.
Love your Champ.
First and 10 following the penalty. Pellissier in motion. Keep it on the ground with Jones. And Jones is stopped at the 48-yard line.
Number 26, DJ Jones.
Andrew Marshall up to make the stop, number 7.
Now, we saw the Cowboys in the first half have a lot of success when they did pass the ball to number 2, Devin Body. He's the guy who has given them some life on the outside. Great time to feature him.
Swoboda rolling out to his right. Oh, and that's off the hands of DJ Jones. I'm not sure he would have gotten the first down, but it would have brought up 3rd and short. Instead, it's 3rd and 7.
Now, a lot of times, you say the guy's supposed to catch it, and he is supposed to catch it, but sometimes you don't need to rifle the football when a runner is just 5 or 6 yards ahead of you. He still should have caught that, but he's throwing the ball so hard it just makes what should be an easy catch a bit harder. Still, you get your hands on the football, bring it in.
Yeah, you're right, but I agree with you, man. You want to throw a catchable ball, right? You didn't need that much muster on that one. 3rd and 7. Swoboda looking to his right. And that throw is over the head of Body. And you can sense the crowd a little restless after that throw. For the Cowboys, they'll be forced to punt. Jack Colbreth will come on to punt. Andrew Marshall is deep for the Vandals standing. He's going way back there. He's going back to his own 10-yard line. Colbreth, number 1 in the Mountain West for week 1. He averaged 47 yards a punt last week. High boot. Can't believe he didn't call a fair catch. That's dangerous living right there for Andrew Marshall. So the Vandals have the football. We love coming to Laramie. Cowboy country here. Beautiful sights. And we are coming right back to War Memorial Stadium.
Welcome back in to the broadcast. We've been talking a lot about Wyoming players and position changes. You see the guys here who used to play different positions and were asked to change after they got to Wyoming. Sebastian Harsh, we talk about him a lot at that defensive end position. And look at Shea, Mike linebacker who used to be a quarterback. How often do you say that?
And a real good quarterback. We'll document that in a moment. The Vandals keep it on the ground. It's Eli Cummings and a solid carry on first down. So you don't often have a guy who plays quarterback. Look at this 2018 Elite 11 camp, and there he is, Shea Suhio-Noah on the left there. He's there with Sam Howell, Bo Nix, Spencer Rattler, Jaden Daniels. If you're Shea, that says a lot that you can play quarterback and be with those guys.
That's impressive for sure.
That's big time.
I mean, I think about myself, as a running back. I played solely running back the entire time. If you asked me to switch to do what Champ Bailey does, there's no way I could do it.
I don't think you really wanted to initiate that kind of contact. I feel like, I want to stay healthy, Walker.
Fair enough.
All right, Cummings on the ground. And Cummings, he did good footwork along the sideline there. Picks up the first down for the Vandals.
It's always helpful when you got a big guy in front. Look at Nate Azio-Party, number 74. He's going to lead this block. Right behind him, so much space. Good job by Cummings with a big pickup.
That 400-pound bench that he does helped him out right there, shoving guys out of the way.
Strong hands for sure. He's fiery too, really emotional. He's one of those guys that you'll see him as a rah-rah guy when the team is down. He'll be in people's faces.
Two-time captain, 1st and 10. Wagner hands it off to Thomas, and Thomas cuts it back, and he'll be stopped at the 30-yard line. Darius, if you're Idaho, this is playing into the game plan. They want to be a ball-controlled offense. They want to have good balance offensively. And right now, they're keeping the ball out of the hands of the Wyoming Cowboys.
Well, we saw him do it last week against
Yep.
Oregon. It's the same recipe for success that they had a week ago on the road. It's just controlling the clock, controlling the line of scrimmage, running the football, being dynamic in that way. And when you have a quarterback like Jack Wagner who opens up the playbook for you because of how well he's done as a passer, it really keeps this Cowboy defense off balance.
I thought they were going to keep it simple for him. He's proven to the coaches, call whatever you want. He's 10 of 13. And that play is going no place. Nate Thomas, the ball carrier, loss of a couple yards on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Vandals.
And it just kind of feels like at this point for the Cowboys that they just need some life. When you look at them on the sidelines, everyone's kind of chill, sitting around having a conversation. Where's the fieriness nature that we've seen so much from Wyoming in the past?
Yeah.
I mean, this is
It's the home
a
opener.
team.
Get jacked up, get excited. I think that there's just a sense of a little bit of anxiety on that side of the field with how the season started. 3rd and long for Idaho. Wagner. Waggle out to his left, throw moving to his left, and it's incomplete. All right, for more on what's going on the Wyoming bench, let's go to Jared.
Yeah, I think you guys are exactly right. There's not much emotion down here. I've been keeping an eye on Evan Swoboda. Every time he comes to the bench, he sits with one of his offensive assistants. He talks to his offensive coordinator on the phone. There's not much interaction among the players. There seems to be a calming demeanor here. Maybe that's a good thing that they're not panicking, but you're right. There's not that energy that we were seeing early in the game and we thought we might see throughout the game.
And we're certainly wondering where the leadership will come from amongst the players. You got a young quarterback. Caleb Cooley with the fair catch at the 26-yard line. So the Cowboys are down a touchdown, but they've got the football. Let's see if these guys can get fired up and get the Cowboy band having some fun. Last 3 possessions have not been good for the Cowboys. They've gotten some yards, but 0 points. And as Jared was telling us, not a ton of life on the sideline. I wonder where the energy is going to come from. Who can get this offensive group juiced up? They need to be firing off the ball here, down a touchdown at home in the home opener. Farrell with the football. Farrell, nice move. He tried to get to the outside. He was tripped up by Abe Williams. We talked so much about Abe Williams as the return man. He's come up and tackled very well from the corner position.
Textbook
Yep.
a lot of times, and he does well with eyeing the hips and then hitting the lower body and getting those legs down.
Swoboda, they set up the screen, gets a couple of blocks, and nifty running for Farrell, and Farrell gets it to midfield. Big play there for the Cowboys, Jamari Farrell.
This is not something you usually see with Farrell. They like to spot play him for short yardage, so you put him in, catch the defense off guard. Nice job with the ball in his hands and getting upfield for the big game. And now is a wonderful time for the Cowboys to be fired up on that sideline. Something's got to give to get them jazzed up.
Swoboda on the quarterback keeper, and he gets it almost in midfield, stopped at the 49-yard line. Clock has stopped here for the moment. Not sure what the issue is. Oh, we got a player with a helmet off, Swoboda.
You know, Ari, when I was at Notre Dame, the guy who would really get us juiced up was our center. The center was always the guy who, at any moment when he needed to step up and be vocal, he was that guy. We'd love to see if Tulafoni could do it.
Caden Anderson coming in. Swoboda has to miss a play because the helmet came off. Redshirt freshman in a quarterback. He's going to throw, and that's incomplete. Through the hands of the tight end. He was looking for Nick Miles, number 86. So Anderson will come off. We did ask Coach Chauvel this week, is there any chance we'd see Caden Anderson? And he said, you know, not unless a moment like that where the helmet came off. They're going to stick with Swoboda.
Caden's been coming off a couple of ACL injuries, so they've been trying to get him back into the fold. They're going to stick with Evan.
3rd and 7. Swoboda, pressure's coming, ball's out, recovered by the Cowboys. Keyshawn James Newby bringing the pressure. That time, Darius, he was not offside.
He timed it right this time. Nice job. He's number 1, going to come to the right side of the screen there. And that edge rush. Looking like Takeo Spikes out there on the rush.
I like that.
I
like
respect
that.
it. I respected Keyshawn.
Number 7, Andrew Marshall, back to return. Number 12, disappointed on the punt.
Colbreth, the punt. Andrew Marshall will come up and play it, and Marshall makes the guy miss. I tell you, he's fearless on those punt returns. That's twice I thought, well, that should be a fair catch.
Fearless and dangerous. He's living dangerously, for sure.
Tear down the empire from the inside out. Academy Award nominee Colin Farrell is the Penguin in the new HBO original limited series, premiering September 19th at 9 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on Max. Vandals with the football in a 7-point lead. Gorgeous shots. Those drone shots are just so good. And just a spectacular, beautiful early September afternoon. Wagner hands it off to Thomas, and Thomas working hard to pick up 4 yards on first down.
You really got to respect what the Vandals are doing because they're so big in the FCS. You look at the Big Sky, the conference that they play in, a lot of studs come out of the Big Sky. Cooper Kupp, I got a chance to watch him play at Eastern Washington. He's a baller.
Jared Allen was something else. He was a monster in the National Football League.
And on the flip side, for the Mountain West, a lot of studs.
A lot of big
Marshall Faulk, San
and
Diego
our best
State.
wishes to Jordan Love. He is going to be out for a while, but it's not as serious as they initially thought last night in Brazil. Thomas, again, the ball carrier. Quiet third quarter offensively for both teams. Neither team's been able to get much going.
You got to give adjustments at halftime to the defense on both sides for the Vandals and the Cowboys. But for me, Ari, this game is going to come down to who just wants it more, who's going to be more physical at the point of attack. And you have to think for the Cowboys, it's got to be them.
How about this? The Vandals have been great, but not on third down. 0 for 7 on third down this afternoon. Wagner's going to keep it. Makes one guy miss, and he gets the first down. Jack Wagner showing he can do it with the feet as well.
His decision-making has just been incredible. In these vital moments with the ball in his hands, he's going to keep this with the RPO. Has enough to get the first down. That's what I've been most impressed with him today is his decision-making. In crunch time, he's making the right decision. He's not forcing things in the passing game. Continuing to impress into the third quarter.
I mean, this guy mainly played defense and special teams in high school. Just hasn't played starting quarterback very much. He's looked terrific. He's going down the field, and Dwyer was held. Wow, there come the flags. Interesting, the official closest to the two guys didn't throw the flag. The back judge threw it. But Dwyer, the intended target, up the sideline.
It looks like he's going against Tariqus Davis there at the corner position.
Defense, number 12, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
It was clearly a hold there towards the end of this. The question is just, is this ball even catchable? You see him grabbing the arm there.
We came into this game thinking the quarterback position would be advantage Wyoming, but that has not been the case. First and 10 for the Vandals from their own 43. They get it to the outside. Mark Hamper with it, and Hamper gets it to the 45-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 2.
Nice job rallying to the football there for the Cowboys.
Hamper had a big game last week up in Oregon. He's from Oregon. He had 3 catches for 57 yards. That's 19 yards per catch a week ago. He's got a couple of brothers playing college football as well. Kyle and Luke, Bucknell and New Hampshire respectively. Quite a football family for the Hampers.
He's tough and physical in the run game too.
Wagner gets it out quickly. That was well defended that time. They were looking for Dwyer, and it was Davis right there.
It looks like that's going to be a fun matchup to watch. Davis versus Dwyer.
Another third down for the Vandals. They converted their last third down via the penalty. So 1 for 8 on third down in the game. Last time, Wagner in the spot. Potential to run for it here. Wagner with time. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Hamper. Andrew Johnson in coverage for the Cowboys.
Incomplete.
Now the Vandals improved field position, but they'll have to punt it away.
Another good job by the secondary here for the Cowboys. Covering up guys and getting off the field.
LJ Harm on to punt. Caleb Cooley waits at his own 15-yard line. Oh, and it's a fake. And they're not gonna pick it up. The Cowboys are not fooled. That's a risky decision, up a touchdown on the road. So the Cowboys with new life. Down a touchdown with the football at midfield, so the Vandals gamble. That's Zach Johnson, the linebacker, number 11. He's tackled well short of the first down. Well, mark that, everyone. I'm telling Adam, everybody in the studio, like, we may come back to that one. You're up 7. You can punt it away. Cowboys have struggled moving the football. Wow. They don't convert. Let's see if the Cowboys can take advantage.
And the thing is, Ari, is you're also at the middle of the field. It's just an interesting time to call that play.
First and 10. DJ Jones, the running back. Play action. Swoboda going downfield. He's got an open man. Pellissier has it, cuts it back at the 15, and brought down at the 12. 38-yard reception for Will Pellissier.
They mentioned he might be the deep threat for them. They've been waiting for someone to emerge on the outside. Big play. They're back up to the line to try to keep the momentum going on offense.
It's Jones making people miss in crowded space there. He gets it down just outside the 5-yard line.
We're also starting to feel the crowd get back into it a little bit here, but here's the pass. Watch Pellissier here. Nice job getting behind coverage, getting upfield in a big gain. Take a look at this route here. Got Jones on the inside trying to pick up big gains. I wonder what the sideline is like now for the Cowboys if they are into this.
They should be
and
way
we see
more
that
engaged.
energy. We should see it now.
2nd and 4. Jones remains the running back to the right of Swoboda. Jones with it, tackled from behind. He falls forward to the 4-yard line.
Now, Ari, we talked a little bit about the walkthrough and how it felt kind of military-esque in terms of there wasn't a lot of jokes, there wasn't a lot of conversation, wasn't much talking of any kind. And I have to wonder, just from my seat, just with how fun the game is supposed to be, if that can sometimes influence the energy on the sideline, if guys feel like they can't jump up and say and do things because that's just not the way of life or that's not the culture.
Right.
Sometimes that could be a disadvantage.
3rd and 1. Scott's the running back. Swoboda keeps it. Swoboda keeps on grinding. He reaches it out. Is he in? Yes! Touchdown, Cowboys. Evan Swoboda with the 2nd effort gets the touchdown.
Big drive for the Cowboys here. What a luxury being 6'5" can be. Nice job in the RPO action. And this is just length here and will and determination to want to get that football across the line. He stretches, had a face mask and everything, not to be denied. That's what you want to see out of your quarterback.
I think they're going to review whether or not he got in. I see the officials about to take a look, and here we go. They're going to take another look and confirm if it was a touchdown for the Cowboys. So where's that right knee?
Where's
that right
knee?
knee is down.
Oh, yeah, that does look down.
This one, they're going to have to get back out there. They'll have it, inches from the goal line. Again, the fake punt. Call.
After further review, the runner's knee was down short of the goal line, with the ball short of the goal line. It'll be placed at the 1 foot line.
Crowd doesn't like it, but it's the right call.
Yeah, they weren't privy to the replay.
They don't have the same looks.
Not getting the same look at all there. But to me, it seems like a pretty easy call for the Cowboys here with what to do in this moment. Keep the ball in your quarterback's hands. Give him a chance.
Right? I mean, it's first and goal. I mean, you can give it to Swoboda 4 straight times. He's going to get in at some point. Again, he's almost 250 pounds. Scott is the running back. Swoboda's going to get under center. And Swoboda, before the play, we got movement. This could be a 5-yard penalty and back him up. Goodness.
False start. Offense, number 36. 5-yard penalty, first down.
I mean, Ari, I love the call. Hate the execution here. And this is the tough part about trying to get your rhythm back. It's like penalties, especially in costly moments when you're driving down the field. Can't let that happen.
This has gotten a lot more complicated. First and goal now from just outside the 5-yard line. The give to Scott, he'll lose a couple yards. Ofalava makes the play there, number 52.
He knifes right into the backfield. And this is the problem at this space on the field, is that it's obvious as you're going to try to run the ball here. The Cowboys will. So the Vandals are just peeling their ears back.
Second and goal. Swoboda looking right, now looking middle of the field, and that is caught. Wow, he is crunched at the 5-yard line.
Tommy McCormick, number 18.
That's a great play. That is a sure tackle from McCormick. Scott made the catch, now third and goal. I'm guessing it's pretty tense on the Cowboys sideline at the moment. Third and goal, Swoboda Moves to his right, will throw, and that's incomplete. And now it brings up 4th down. What do you do here, Darius? All right, we've got the end of the quarter. Wyoming's gonna have some time to talk it over. Do you take the 3, and you're only down 4, or do you go for the touchdown and try to tie the game? Well, we've got a good one. 4th quarter is coming up next. Keep it right here, TNT Sports.
Back here in Wyoming, where Idaho goes to the 4th quarter up by 7. Vandals head coach Jason Eck. You go for it on 4th down. You don't get it on the fake punt. But what can you say about your defensive effort here on this stand?
Amazing effort. I got a lot of confidence with them, and if we can hold to a field goal, that's a win. We came here to be aggressive. We're going to go for it on 4th down. Not the best call by me there, but our defense is going to make me right here.
All right, guys. Good luck in the 4th quarter. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Jared. 22-yard field goal attempt coming up for John Hoyland. Tough angle here for Hoyland, but he connects.
Kick is good.
So the Idaho lead is now 17-13, and a big missed opportunity there for the Cowboys, not coming up with the touchdown.
Yeah, we were expecting them to do the QB sneak at the 1-foot-yard line. Got a chance to make it here with the big body of Evan. This quarterback is 6'5", let him go, but false start, unable to keep it clean, which sets up 1st down and long, and just unable to get there, having to settle for the field goal, which in hindsight right now, it makes sense to put points up on the board, but like part of what it has felt like for Wyoming is that they've just been super conservative all game. And so sometimes that factors into the confidence of your team. If you're the quarterback for that team, like if I'm Evan, I want the ball in my hand on 4th down. Like give me a chance.
Give me the rock.
Give me a chance to make that happen. And we're just not seeing anybody step up on Wyoming's side, but also we're not seeing the coach have confidence in his team to be able to give him a chance to do that. Listen, I like points, always take points, but sometimes when a game is, in a tight game like this, you got to show your team that you expect them to win in these big moments.
So the Cowboys to kick it off. Hoyland to kick it off. Abe Williams hoping for a chance at a return. He can fly. Kickoff return yards in his career more than any other active player at any level of college football. But at this altitude, he hasn't had many opportunities today. And he will not have one here, or will he? Nope. So they'll have it on the touchback. We've got more football. Our first doubleheader as college football is back on TNT Sports, and we're excited about our doubleheader matchup. They'll be out in Reno, the Wolfpack playing host to Georgia Southern. So it'll be the Eagles and the Wolfpack coming up right after our games. We look forward to that. Wolfpack looking for a win at home. Georgia Southern, they're tough. That will not be an easy game for the Wolfpack. 1st and 10 for the Vandals. Wagner going down the field. It's underthrown, but it's still caught. Right in front of the Idaho bench, there were 2 receivers in the area. Mark Hamper with the catch.
What an incredible play on the ball by Hamper here. He's got a deep crossing route across the formation. Does an incredible job of looking this ball in after the throw from Wagner. Watch this. Did he get that foot down? Looks like he did. We'll take another look here. Nice job cradling that football and getting the foot down beforehand. Oh, he's in.
I thought they were looking for Higgins down the sideline, so I thought it was underthrown, but he was looking for a different wide receiver in the same part of the field. I'm not sure that's the play design, but it worked out well.
Offside. Number 54, defense causing an offensive reaction. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Sebastian Harsh, defensive end for the Cowboys there. Nice job by Jack Foster that time of pushing out to make sure that it was captured. Sometimes those offensive linemen are tricky with them. See a guy jump off sides a little bit, they'll move. Make that encroachment. Nice heads up play from Jack.
1st and 5. Wagner to throw up the right sideline. Man-to-man coverage. He was looking for Dwyer.
Yeah, Keani Parks, number 4 there. Step for step with Dwyer. Parks is saying he's had enough of Dwyer in these one-on-one matchups.
Yeah, it's really good coverage there. from the sophomore from Kenosha, Wisconsin.
And he was a long jumper in high school. They trust him to be able to make plays on the outside.
They keep it on the ground with Cummings. And he's a yard shy of the first down. We'll bring up 3rd and short. I'm sure the Vandals would love to use some clock here as we have less than 14 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. 2 0-1 football teams desperate for a win today.
And we've seen the Vandals do a number of trick plays last week and some trick plays today.
Well, the one trick play today on the fake punt did not work, so I don't know if that'll change their aggressiveness. And Wagner will get taken down for a loss in the backfield. Wyatt Eckler coming up from his safety spot to make a huge play.
He's played a lot of football for the Cowboys. Had 77 tackles last year. He's number 31, just gonna knife inside. Big time pressure and a big time play in a vital moment.
And his brother's a pretty good football player. Austin Eckler, great career with the Chargers. Now he's with the Washington Commanders. So the heck of his brothers with some real athleticism in that family. So they're gonna punt it away here. I thought they might consider being more aggressive. Where they are on the field, I mean, they're at inside the 39-yard line. And it appears Idaho's gonna use the timeout. All right, we will take a break and we'll see what the Vandals decide to do. Oh, keep it right here. Just faked you out there. It was a little ball fake to commercial.
Yep, nothing wrong with that little fake. But Eckler did a good job on that. You know, Wyatt was also a running back in high school too. So he switched that position. You know, I have to think about myself here. Just if I got the feet and the hips to be able to make that change from running back to corner or safety or something.
I think you could have played corner. I think you could have done it.
I want to get Champ's thoughts on that.
Maybe Champ, maybe he wants to see if he wants to play right back. All right, so Austin Eckler, that's Wyatt's brother.
And he is a baller.
He was just a touchdown machine when he was with the Chargers. I feel like one of these guys, all he does is put points on the board, a little underrated, doesn't get a lot of that star attention. And they're gonna go for it here on 4th down. I thought they'd be aggressive.
We heard Jason Eckler in his interview with Jared say that they're going to continue to be aggressive, so no surprise here that the Vandals are going for it again on 4th down.
They're 2 for 3 on 4th down in the game. 4th and 5, leading by 4 points on the road. They're going to go for it. They're putting a lot of confidence in Jack Wagner making his first college start at quarterback.
Well, these one-on-one matchups on the outside.
Wagner, the throw, and it's incomplete. Misses his target. He had an open receiver, Jordan Dwyer, parks in coverage again.
He had Dwyer, he was open on the comeback. Just unable to throw the ball in an accurate pass. Let's take a quick break. We'll step away. The Vandals still lead by 4. 12 minutes left in the 4th. We've got 12 minutes left in this game. Here's the last drive. Key plays here. The 4th down try, fake punt, did not work. It was at midfield. Cowboys do a good job of driving it down, and it looked like Evan got across with a touchdown, but his knee was down, so they went Philadelphia Eagles style.
But
didn't work.
Yeah, but they had a false start there. Swoboda on 1st and 10, and he completes it to the 45-yard line to Alex Brown. Brown, a senior. The Vandals have done the Cowboys a couple of favors here in the second half. They don't convert the fake punt. That leads to 3 points for Wyoming, and they go for it on 4th down and give the Cowboys pretty good field position. Second and 4. Swoboda keeps it. Swoboda gets the first down for the Cowboys. For a big guy, he's got a little wiggle to him. Julian Lee makes the tackle.
He does do a nice job in space, but Wes King, number 78, he's the guard. Nice job leading block. You see him pushing color there to allow Evan to get up the field and pick up the first down.
First and 10, football just inside Vandals territory. Swoboda under center, hands it off. Good blocking up front as Jones picks up close to 7 yards on first down. Seems like right here the Cowboys are starting to win up front.
We're seeing the Vandals, they struggle a little bit with run fits. At times, Zach Johnson was a linebacker, fit to the wrong side, which opened up the hole.
Swoboda looking down the field. Oh, and that's almost picked off by Andrew Marshall.
Wow, I mean, that's a miss for the Vandals there, because that was quite a gift from Evan to throw that football.
We've got an injured player here, Darius, at the 49-yard line. As we take another look, I mean, was that just an overthrow?
Certainly was. They dropped 7 into coverage on the defense there, so you're looking for lanes. But Marshall's got to come down with that. Now, that's one thing I can say about Champ Bailey, is that if he had an opportunity like that, sure hands in that moment, sure hands.
There's concern here at the moment. Ofalava, sophomore from Seattle. And good news here, he's able to walk off on his own. So hopefully nothing too serious and he can get back out there after a couple of plays. He's a big part of what they do up front. Really dynamic at the defensive tackle position.
Yeah, he's one of those high motor guys too. Never gives up on the football play. We need to get him back out there because he is vital to this defensive line.
All right, huge play here for the Cowboys. Down 4, they've got a 3rd and 4. Swoboda hands it off to Jones, and Jones will not get the first down. He's stopped just outside the 43-yard line. To get a first down, they've got to get it to the 39-yard line. What are you thinking here, Darius?
They put themselves in a tough spot here because the Vandals have just been playing great on the inside. You know, we haven't seen them give Evan the opportunity again with the ball in his hands on a design run.
Right, like let him run downhill.
Just give him a chance.
Like on a quarterback draw. Just let him survey the field and then take off. Jack Colbreth on to punt. Jordan Dwyer waits at his own 8-yard line. And a flag is down. Very high short kick. And a fair catch at the 10-yard line. All right, Jordan Dwyer, let's see what the flag is all about. Let's see what Coach Eck wants to do here.
Illegal formation, offense, more than 4 in the backfield. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick.
All right,
Timeout
so
on the
that
field.
improves their field position to the 15-yard line. So the Vandals now with the football and a 4-point lead. Little more than 10 minutes to go in the 4th. There's a look at the second half comparison. Wyoming, the only 3 points in the second half. They've outgained Idaho 94-63, and Idaho 0 for 2 on 4th down.
They've been gutsy with it on those 4th down calls.
1st and 10. Keep it on the ground with Thomas. And not much doing, just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Well, there is the defensive coordinator, the familiar name to fans of Wyoming football. That's Aaron Bowl, the son of recently retired Craig Bowl. We had really enjoyed our visit with Aaron. He's going to do great things. There's his resume. Well, Craig, 43 seasons of coaching college football, and he ended on such a high note here. 9 wins a year ago, and they win the Arizona Bowl.
How fun must that have been to have your son on the staff the past 4 to 5 years, and then to see him rise and get the promotion to defensive coordinator. It's a big deal.
Pretty cool. Wagner Decides not to throw it. He'll be sacked back at the 11-yard line. Sebastian Harsh, we've talked about him a lot, his biggest play of the game.
And you'll love to see that for the Cowboys, because we've been trying to figure out on this defensive line who's going to step up and make a play. The first time we saw Wagner hesitant there, not sure what he was seeing on the back end. Big play for the Cowboys.
Cowboys defense looking to come up big here. Huge third down, 3rd and 14 for the Vandals. They're just 1 for 10 on 3rd down. I think they got to be pretty conservative here. Wagner with all day to throw, going down the field into double coverage, and it's incomplete.
Nice job by Andrew Johnson there at the safety position to bottle that up. Force a punting situation. You have to be happy right now. You know, Jay Saville, with just how this defense has been playing in the second half. They're keeping you in this game. You just need to do something with it on offense now.
It's been the offense that has let down the Cowboys in the game. They have outgained the Vandals 269 yards to 204. L.J. Harm on to punt from his own end zone. Caleb Cooley gets under it, fair catch in Vandals territory at the 49-yard line. All right, we are going to step aside, but this one's real good. We've got a 4-point game as we're getting deeper into the 4th quarter here in Laramie. Our first doubleheader weekend, Georgia Southern getting set to take on Nevada. J.B. Long, Mike Golick Jr., Nabil Kareem will have the call for you. Looking forward to that matchup. We'll be watching our ride home. And the Eagles and the Wolfpack coming up next, our doubleheader game here. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. They're down 4, but they got great field position. See what they can do with it. Keep it on the ground. It's Farrell. Maybe a gain of a half a yard.
Now, Ari, in moments like this, you're looking for 1 or 2 guys to step up on both sides of the ball. For the Vandals, who is it going to be? Is it going to be James Newby, number 1, the defensive end? We've seen him make a lot of plays today. Or Jackson Eck, number 6, at backer. He's made a few plays as well. The Vandals desperately need 1 or 2 guys to step up.
Swoboda. That's off the hands of the tight end and incomplete. Beecham got his hands on it. Would have been an incredible interception, but he can't make the catch. 3rd down coming up. Tip drill right here, Darius. He almost made the play. They were looking for Nick Miles. 3rd down for the Cowboys.
We're
5 of 13.
All right, we're still waiting on that guy to emerge at wide receiver.
Right.
For the Cowboys, who's going to be the guy to step up and to make a play when you need it the most?
3rd and 9. They look over to the sideline. They change the play. Oh, there's all kinds of movement. It's going to back them up 5 more yards. Cowboys looking at a sink.
Penalty markers prior to the snap.
And this is one of the things that has really troubled me sometimes when you're having to get the call from the sideline.
Delay of game, number 17, offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
All right, so the delay game came before the movement, but they were running out of time.
But you're looking to the sidelines, trying to figure out what the play call is. And when you change it at the line, you got to look back at the sideline to make sure that's the play. And this is a time where the comms, we haven't talked about the comms today. It's a time where the comms might be crucial.
Yeah, they're allowed to talk coach to quarterback till 15 seconds are left on the play clock. A new rule in college football this year. 3rd and 14. Swoboda. He's going to move to his right. He's in trouble. He'll go down. The Vandals come up with the sack. It's James Newby again getting it done for the Vandals.
We mentioned James Newby before. Got to step up in big moments. You're looking for your stars to make a play when you need it most. James Newby's to the right of this. Look at that swim move right off the tackle. Gets the QB down. He has had an outstanding game, but he's been mostly disruptive in the important moments.
Well, they told us, he said, look, he's our best defensive player physically. He's by far our best pass rusher, and they think this guy could eventually be in an NFL camp.
He's got the body type and the build for sure.
6'2", 240, senior from Montana. Colbreth on to punt. Marshall waits at his own 17. Fair catch at the 20. So the Vandals with the football and a 4-point lead. Still more than 7 minutes to go in the game. Let's see what the flag's all about.
During the kick, holding, receiving team, number 21, 10-yard penalty. It'll be first down.
And the Cowboys have come out on defense and just really adjusted after the second half. You see the last 5 possessions for the Vandals here. Had the punt, couple of punts, missed it on 4th down, and then just had the punt. So you got to credit this defense for the Cowboys.
Yep, they've done a nice job. 0 points in the second half for the Vandals. They're backed up to their own 10-yard line. Can the Cowboys defense come up with a play? Wagner on play action. And that is complete at the 26-yard line. Jordan Dwyer with the catch. A flag is down, and I believe that's Jack Wagner, the quarterback, who's down on his back in the end zone. Let's see what the flags are all about.
Holding, number 55, offense, half the distance to the goal, first down.
That's Jack Foster, redshirt sophomore from Boise.
Let's see what happened to Wagner here. He's throwing the football. Clean shot by Sebastian Harsh.
Keep in mind that Wagner was the backup to start the season. So if Wagner can't go,
QB number 3.
Nick Josevek will have to come in. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll check on the health of Jack Wagner when we return to Laramie. Nick Josevek is in the game, the backup quarterback. So he started the year as the number 3 quarterback, redshirt freshman. Well, what a time to have to come into the game.
You are not kidding.
They may go Wildcat here. They do. They keep it on the ground with Cummings. And let's take a look to last week when the starter, Jack Lane, got hurt, broken collarbone.
And it's hard to see it from this angle. He's going to try to throw that football. Gets bottled up by a couple different defenders. Didn't realize till after that he had a broken collarbone. Did not think it was that serious. Heading into the locker room. So you fast forward here to today in the 4th quarter, towards the end of the game, in a similar fashion. This time Jack Wagner goes down. What a position for Josevek.
Josevek staying in there, so maybe there's more to the injury to Wagner than we initially thought. And they keep it on the ground, and it's Cummings, and he gets into the 8-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and long. And now a flag comes in well after the play.
Penalty markers on the play.
And the play had been over for a few seconds before that flag came out.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 20, offense, his first of the game. Half the distance to the goal.
That's Eli Cummings. He's getting coached up right now. The coach is saying, what'd you say? What happened?
Yeah, it's just too important of a moment to have a mental error in that way.
You know, it's hard. These are young men, right? It's emotional. You're on the road, but you can't have it. Can't do it. Here we go. 3rd and long. 3rd and 17 for the Vandals. Josevek hands it off. It's Nate Thomas, and gives his punter some room to work with. Gets it across the 10-yard line.
I understand you got to be conservative when your 3rd-string quarterback is in there, but at some point you got to try to give him an opportunity to make a play too with a pass. 3 designed runs, 3 called runs there for the Vandals, just kind of accepting defeat in this moment.
I just think they felt like without their starting quarterback out there, they just wanted to be conservative. They didn't want to ask him to make a throw. LJ Harm on to punt. Cooley stands at midfield, hoping for a chance at a return. Harm, it's a line drive kick. Cooley, fair catch at the 48-yard line. So excellent field position here for the Cowboys again. Will they take advantage this time? Swoboda in the game is 9 of 20 for 111 yards and a touchdown. And he's also carried the ball 11 times for 59 yards. I like him in the run game. You brought it up. Use him in the run game early in this series, first or second down.
For most offensive coordinators, you don't want your quarterback to get a lot of carries, but just in this moment, it seems like that's really the only thing that has worked for the Cowboys on offense. Is Evan with the ball in his hands as a runner. You can bring DJ Jones in as an extra blocker as well. This is a big moment and a big drive for the Cowboys.
DJ Jones is the running back. And Swoboda's changing the play. Hands it off to Jones, spin move, and falls forward to the 45-yard line. Jackson Eck, the middle linebacker, makes the tackle.
We've been wondering who's going to step up at the wide receiver position for the Cowboys today. You look down that list. Body had the touchdown catch as well.
Another carry for Jones. Jones's backstory is crazy. Played in the secondary last year for North Carolina. First 3 years of running back, DB last year, and then going to play running back again, so he transfers to Wyoming and getting a lot of work. It's the offense coordinator, Jay Johnson. Huge play call coming up here. 3rd and 5. As we get deeper into the fourth, 4:15 and counting.
I'd love to see a quarterback run here.
Swoboda is going to run it, and he's going to pick up the first down. Only Darius Walker and Jay Johnson were on the same page there.
Got to go with what works here.
1st and 10 from the 38. Swoboda all day to throw, going up the left side of the field. The receiver had a step, Alex Brown, but a little too much on the throw.
And this is one of those moments where you want your quarterback to go through his progressions, because Nick Miles, number 86, was open in the middle of the field, almost forced this to the outside. And that's the thing that Coach talked about with correcting the mental errors from his quarterback from a week ago. Just making the right reads, going through your progressions, stuff they really worked on this week in practice.
Farrell in at running back now, 2nd and 10. Swoboda set up the screen. It's well designed. Farrell with it inside the 35-30. Flags come down in the secondary. For the moment, he has a first down. They'll mark the football at the Vandals' 24-yard line. But based on where that flag is, I think it's coming back.
Looks like it, and that's unfortunate for the Cowboys, because, boy, Justin Stevenson, number 11 at wide receiver, put a key block on the outside. You love to see that. I wonder how many of those Victor Cruz got. If he was,
right?
I don't know if he was putting his face in there that kind of way. But watch 11. Watch this block here. Man on man, driving his guy to the ground. Now, I know Victor is going to do his dance and everything, but I wonder if he's making that block.
Holding, number 11, offense, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
And it goes against your guy, Justin Stevenson.
I mean, I hate the call. I just hate it. Like, sometimes when you're dominating a guy in that way, where's the hold? He's just beating the guy. He's got hands inside. That's a tough one for me.
2nd and 20 after the holding call.
After the penalty, the Spartan Cowboys, 2nd and 20 from the 48-yard line.
Swoboda in the shotgun. And he shovels it forward. And they get close to the original line of scrimmage. Farrell there, tackled by Zach Johnson, but there's a flag on the play.
Illegal formation, more than 4 in the backfield at the snap. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Hey, Jared, give us an update on Wagner, please.
Guys, this was Jack Wagner's opportunity. He is visibly emotional right now, as it appears his day has been called done. He has some sort of injury to his right arm or right upper body. He was in the tent for a while working with the athletic training staff. He came out, attempted to try and throw to a receiver. Afterwards, they just said no, he can't go. And right now, very emotional that he looks like will not return in what was his first ever college start.
Boy, that's tough. Thank you, Jared. 2nd and 25. Swoboda. He checks it down. DJ Jones makes the catch. The ball comes out. Now I think the official's saying it was incomplete, that he never had possession. And this is going to bring up 3rd and long. This Cowboys offense has had a tough time getting in any kind of flow today.
And then self-inflicted wounds just make it harder to get into that rhythm. There just isn't much in the playbook for 3rd and 25.
Well, they may have a free play here. They're offsides. Swoboda didn't give his receiver much of a chance there, as they ended up in the Wyoming bench area looking for Justin Stevenson.
Offside, defense number 1, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
James Newby's been offsides a couple times, but given how much he's produced, I think they're okay with it.
That's one of those you got to live with, because he's just playing hard and playing fast. He knows that's on him, though. Can't give the opposition any extra opportunities.
3rd and 20 for the Cowboys. I think there's movement here.
False start, number 26, offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Well, we're starting to hear some boo birds. This is a fan base that has very high expectations coming off a 9-win season. If they don't find a way to win this game, boy, it's going to be a long, long week here in Cowboy country. Losing to an FCS team in the home opener, that just can't happen.
In this fashion, too, with the way they've looked.
Swoboda, let's see if he can get a chunk of it back here. He's going to get hit and go down. Guess who? James Newby again gets to the quarterback for another sack.
He is lights out on the edge, working against Caden Barnett, number 72, the right tackle. James Newby showing you why the team is so high on him. They think he's got NFL potential, and he is showing it today. Nice job swimming through.
He's been the best player on the field today.
No doubt. No doubt at all, especially in the big moments, too. The Cowboys have no answer for number 1. And a lot of these moments, too, the coaching point here is like you add a running back to double him. Just try to slow him down some.
Jordan Dwyer, fair catch at his own 21-yard line. So we are at the 2-minute timeout. The Vandals, looking for what would be one of the signature wins in program history, have a 4-point lead and the football, 2 minutes to go. Idaho leads by 4. Their 3rd-string quarterback, Nick Josephack, is the quarterback. They need 1 first down here, and they can pretty much seal the game. The Cowboys do have 3 timeouts remaining. That is Jack Wagner. He played a great football game. He's their number 2 quarterback. Had to start because their starter got hurt last week at Oregon. And they're going to keep it on the ground. There's some room to move there. Nate Thomas picks up 6 yards. And the Cowboys will use their first timeout. They have 2 left.
It's a big block from Caden Robinette, the center there for the Vandals.
Darius, I want to give you some perspective here. These teams have played 8 times previously. Wyoming has won 7 of the 8 games. The last time Idaho beat Wyoming was in 1921.
100 years?
103 years.
Wow.
It was November 11th of 1921. Idaho wins 31-3. That game was at Idaho. They've never won here in Laramie, and they're on the verge of it.
Well, they certainly have put together an impressive game. And I think on defense right now for the Cowboys, we asked this question about the Vandals on the other side. When they needed to stop it, they got one. Now we need to see Sebastian Harsh, number 54. He's at defensive end for the Cowboys. Braden Siders, number 34. Someone's going to have to make a play on the quarterback in the backfield to give your team a chance to get the ball back to try to win this football game.
2nd and 4. Thomas remains the running back. Joseph will hand it off. And there's room to pick up a first down. And he does the smart thing. He stays in bounds. That is a veteran play there from Nate Thomas, the redshirt junior.
Wonderful play call here in design, but Wyatt Eckler, number 31 at free safety, he's going to lose contain on the outside here, which gives Thomas the room to just get outside. Nice job and a smart heads-up play getting down in bounds.
Darius, explain to me why Wyoming isn't using their second timeout here.
I mean, I think they're hopeful that they're going to have a big stop here and allow themselves a little bit of extra time on the other side, but you're right, they really need to kill this clock. There's just not enough time.
Again, it's Thomas. And he'll be stopped at the 36-yard line. Cowboys use their second timeout with 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining.
Really could have saved themselves 25 seconds by calling the timeout beforehand. It's definitely a head scratcher.
There'll be lots to talk about after this game. There have been some interesting decisions made by the Vandals, and it looks like they're still going to get a win despite some of the fake punt try in midfield up a touchdown. I think we were wondering why you go for that when you've got the lead on the road. But they got lucky. It only led to 3 points, not 7 points. The difference in the game was Wyoming has the football. They score the touchdown. They rule he doesn't get in. And then they had the false start, and they ended up having to settle for 3.
Well, that's the tough part, too, for Idaho here. If they can hang on and win, just like what position have you put yourself in the rest of the season, having gone on the road to 2 FBS opponents and lost quarterback 1 and potentially quarterback 2 as far as their schedule is concerned. So a win here is great, but it doesn't really help them as far as the FCS playoffs are concerned.
Right, all that work's still in front of them. 2nd down. They give to Thomas, and he'll be stopped at the 36. Noah makes the play there. And that's what's coming up for Idaho. They've got Albany will be coming from the East Coast.
Remember, they're trying to get into league play and put themselves in position to go for a 3rd straight year to the FCS playoffs. It's hard to do that when you lose your quarterback. So when you're on the road 2 games in tough environments, even with a win here,
right, they're going to get a hero's welcome when they get home, right? To be able to come to Wyoming. And look, we don't know the severity of the injury to Jack Wagner, but the coach has got him ready to play today, right? And if he can't go, the next guy up, Nick Joseph, well, they'll just have to get him ready. I mean, right? That's the job.
Will, yeah. Again, it's just tough because, like, for them, they really want to get back to an FCS playoff berth, not necessarily trying to win all the FBS games. So a lot of folks talk about FCS teams and there's the big payday. They get that, but sometimes it can damage your team and your chances on a postseason berth, which is the point of this at the FCS level, to try to get to the playoffs to win a championship.
Cowboys, no timeouts left. A first down here effectively ends the game. Eli Cummings back in at running back. 3rd and 9 for the Vandals. The give is to Cummings, and he lost the football for a moment and then gets on it. Yikes. So the Vandals will have to punt. There'll be a little more than 30 seconds to go when they punt it.
And ball control here. You've got to have 2 hands on the ball at all times for Cummings. Can't mess around with that at this stage in the game.
He's going to give his coaching staff cardiac arrest right there. I mean, you got the game in hand. You cannot put that ball on the ground.
I think we felt a little bit of that too.
Yeah, I did feel a little of it. You don't want to see that kind of mistake late in the game. So I think the Vandals will go ahead and let this play clock wind down. It's at 1, and they'll use the timeout. They won't take the delay game penalty. So 33 seconds remain. And really, Wyoming needs a mini miracle here. They need either punt return for a touchdown or to get the ball, and they're going to have to move really quickly with no timeouts.
The tough part is no one has really emerged for them on the outside either, so it's who do you target? Who do you give the opportunity to? I'm the offensive coordinator here, Jay Johnson. I'm trying to figure out like what I can draw up to put us in the best position to be successful, and it's just been tough because we haven't had a wide receiver step up. Not to mention, Evan has done better this week with his throws, but
it's still
not there.
It doesn't look right. Something's missing there offensively, and they need an alpha in that wide receiver room.
They really do.
So Harm will come on to punt. Cooley waits at his own 25, hoping for a chance at a return. Harm gets it off. It's a good punt. Cooley back to his own 18. Makes two guys miss, and then he's buried at the 22-yard line. That was quite a collision there. I think the Vandal player is a little shaken up, along with Cooley. That was quite a collision. All right, let's make sure Cooley's okay. He stood up for a moment, then decided, man, the Vandal player, I think, went back down to the turf.
I'm looking at that leg of his.
Yeah, they're looking at Cooley's leg. That was a bang-bang play there on special teams.
You got to give him credit trying to make a play out of something there.
All right, let's look at their wide receiver production as both these players are attended to on the field, and it's becoming a real issue for the Cowboys. Look at those numbers. It's not enough production.
Yeah, it's been tough. It's been tough going the first 2 weeks for them in figuring out who's going to be the stud on the outside. Lottie had the touchdown catch today, which was nice, but not a whole lot of productivity across the board. When you got a young quarterback who's trying to find his way, you got to help him some. So they really need to lean on that. And I tell you, their preseason Mountain West All-Conference tight end, John Michael, not having him is huge. Now you see it come up because he's a guy who has got the leadership, he's got the tenacity, he's got the energy. They really miss him in this moment. As we take a look at the card coming out.
We've got the card coming out. It's a lot of concern at the moment. We're just waiting to assess what the injuries were. We'll take a break and we'll give you an update on the injured players when we return. Caleb Cooley is now on the cart. We believe it's a leg injury, and he'll be carted off. He tried to make a play there on special teams, and he took a really tough blow. Our thoughts go out to him and his family. Hope he's going to be okay. So the Cowboys know what's in front of them here. There's 24 seconds to go. They have no timeouts, and they need a touchdown to win. This defense for the Vandals has been great. They held Oregon to 24 points a week ago. And they've held the Cowboys to 13 points here today. Swoboda does have a huge arm. Swoboda with time. And throws that one into the turf. Was looking for Sam Scott.
Looks like James Newby got some pressure on him again. No surprise there. But this is a tough one for the Cowboys. It really is, just with how the game has looked. Not to take anything away from what Idaho has done. They wanted to come in and play a clean game, control the line of scrimmage, have long drives. They did that, but the Cowboys on their side were unable to really execute on either sides of the football.
Swoboda. And he'll dump it down. That is caught. And pick up to the 38-yard line by Sam Scott. The clock will momentarily stop for the chain gang to move into place. As soon as the chain gang and the ball are set, the clock will resume. And Swoboda stops the clock here. 12 seconds remain.
What you really want if you're the Cowboys is to try to figure out how to get 10 to 15-yard chunks into this. to get yourself further down to be able to take a shot into the end zone.
"12 seconds to work with for the Cowboys. They need a miracle." Swoboda. He's going to go down. He'll be sacked. And that will effectively end the game. Let's see if they can get up to the line of scrimmage. Hold on here. Is game over?
That's the end of the game.
It is over. The Vandals come to Laramie and get the win 17-13. What a win for Idaho. They improved to 1-1 on the season as an FCS team that had never won here. They come in and get the W.
It's just been impressive what Jason Eck has been able to do with his staff in a vast amount of time. This is year 3. They've been to the FCS playoffs the past 2 years. He has built a program in a hurry, in an absolute hurry. And you got to give a lot of credit to the Vandals on both sides of the ball. They did enough to win. It wasn't clean, but they did enough to win.
That's a great win for the Vandals. And let's send it down to the field with the winning coach. Jared Greenberg has him.
I got Jason Eck here, who, let's just review the last week of your life. You go and take a national championship contender, Oregon, to the brink, but you lose your starting quarterback. You go on the road to another FBS school, you lose your second string quarterback, and you hang on to win. What is it about this team that's able to put up these type of performances?
Well, this team has unbelievable belief, and we have a great defense too. Our defense was tremendous, especially in the second half. A tremendous performance by our defense.
And the fact that your quarterback went down after playing so well, he seemed overcome by emotion when he couldn't come back in the game.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get him back. I don't know how bad it is, but it's football, man. That happens. So I'm happy we got the win, and we got to figure that out for next week for a good Albany team. But so proud of our players, so proud of the University of Idaho. Great win for our whole state.
In a couple of moments, our studio crew is going to chat with Keyshawn James Newby. He has 5 sacks through 2 games, a forced fumble. It feels like the nation needs to take notice now.
He's a big-time player. He's an FBS player. I think he's shown that in the first 2 games. And, he's going to have a chance to play pro football from going to the University of Idaho. He didn't have to transfer to a big school for his senior year to do that. And that's a beautiful thing. So very proud of Keyshawn. Great job by him.
Coach, I know this is an FBS game for your team, but what does this mean now for you guys as you move forward, looking to contend for an FCS national championship?
Well, we got to keep building. We got to keep getting better. We got to keep getting better this week. We played a good Albany team who knocked us out of the playoffs last year, so we got to have a great week of preparation. Just keep building. But these first 2 games have been a great starting point for our season.
All right, altitude not that big of a deal for these guys.
We have a little saying, altitude, schmeltitude.
Guys, back to you.
Well done, Coach Eck. Little zinger at the end of the game. Darius, nice job, and what a win for the Vandals.
Big win for the Vandals. I mean, looking on the other side for the Cowboys, it's tough slangs and tough going for them. They've really got to do some soul searching.
Our final score this afternoon, 17-13 Vandals win. Coming up later, it's Georgia Southern taking on Nevada. Big thanks to our producer, Kevin Brown, director John Tackett. For Darius Walker, Jared Greenberg, and the rest of our TNT Sports crew, I'm Ari Wolf saying goodbye from Wyoming. You've been watching Mountain West football on True TV. After the break, we'll send it to Adam Lefko and the guys in Atlanta. Have a great day, everybody.